you, Chair. I'm a bit baffled, really. This is something that is fully supported by Cllr area councillors, and there was initial consultation, which was taken, and people chose to respond or not to, and this committee decided that they didn't feel that there had been enough engagement with that consultation event. So we would, as a councillor, I was disappointed that it wasn't, the plan wasn't made or supported in the first instance. So a second consultation event was organised, and there's been an awful lot of push by lots of people, officers, residents who feel passionate about it, as well as councillors, to make sure that we got the responses that you asked for. You wanted a fair, balanced, proper response from as many residents as possible. And when we look at the numbers, the consultation generated 115 comments, a total of 91 individual addresses within that area commented. Now, when we break that down a little bit further, out of the 91, 93% of respondents were in favour. That's pretty overwhelming. Now, I used to live on Keighley Road, I know the area very well, and I accept that Peterborough School Trust form part of the scene there. They had ample opportunity to respond to the consultation, as did everyone else. So to receive an email that's after the fact that says, well, actually, we didn't manage to do so, we didn't manage to engage with the consultation, I'm afraid that that's kind of on them. You can't just go back afterwards and say, well, I'd love to go back after the fact in lots of instances and put my 2 pence in. I accept that actually that consultation has finished, the door has closed, and we move on from it. During the actual consultation, a few people commented to me and said, I've tried to do it and it timed out, or the web page didn't work, it reloaded, or whatever, we're having technical problems. And I think at that point, they'd taken upon emailing planning directly with email comments fully. Now, I don't know, and this is a question to Neil, if that's okay. Did that happen? Were those? I don't know if anybody did actually follow that process, but I don't know if it was yourself that told me, or somebody said, if you just email into planning, I don't know if it was the planning app handle or whatever.
I'll bring Neil in when you've finished.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just explaining. People were given an alternative to send in their comments. So it wasn't just a case of accessing things through the online consultation. There were physical events that were manned by officers, and I know that Sarah attended a few of those, as did I. I attended some as well. It was surprisingly well supported, actually, well attended by residents. I won't say supported, because a lot of people actually were on the fence when they visited. They didn't give anything away. There were people that were saying, I think, questions more than comments, either supporting or opposing the proposal. It was more a case of, this is being presented to us, I'm not fully sure what it means, can I ask you a specific question about my front gate, my satellite dish, my window? That's the things that people were bothered about. Once they'd asked those questions and they were happy with the responses, they went away. They didn't give us any feedback whatsoever as members.
Occasionally they did.
Occasionally?
Yeah.
Okay. During my time, I didn't get anybody saying whether they were in favour or not, just questions. And they went away and responded to the consultation as they saw fit. So I do find it baffling that you've got quite a substantial number of responses, and overwhelmingly in favour of this. So if you want to talk about democracy and you think that things should be done right, I think that this actually is overwhelmingly in favour of this proposal. And that's what the residents of that area